Madam Moderator, thank you. I'm Alex Doan, a member of the Conservation Commission and chair of the Wright Farm Advisory Subcommittee, which is a group of interested community members appointed by the Conservation Commission to study and recommend the best next steps and final use plan for the Wright Farm Conservation Parcel and its iconic barn. The Conservation Commission has submitted this request for $155,000 in Community Preservation Act funds. $15,000 is for environmental testing and preparing architectural design and bid documents for stabilization of the barn, and $140,000 is for implementation of those stabilization plans. Here you see the Wright Farm as the northernmost parcel in Lexington, with Bedford on the northwest side and Burlington on the northeast side. Here's a close-up showing the property outline with the barn on the western side, marked by the red dot at the moment. And on the eastern side of the property are trail connections to the Burlington landlocked forest. The Wright Farm barn was built around 1843 and has had many alterations over the years. The town took ownership of most of the Wright Farm property in 2012 and the barn parcel in 2016, in both instances with the help of CPA funds. The house has been renovated and is now a LexHab residence. The barn, situated at the northern entrance to Lexington, is an imposing structure that serves as a reminder of the agricultural heritage of our town. If the funds are approved, the Conservation Division will work with the Facilities Department to complete the needed work, which includes structural demolition and bracing, weatherproofing and pest control, and required electrical service work. These are structural repairs, not cosmetic, designed to maintain, not yet to restore the barn. The longer range plan for the Wright Farm barn, as laid out by the Wright Farm Advisory Subcommittee, is to create a community space that will be open and accessible to the public for conservation and recreation activities. We'd like to welcome school children and adults for environmental education and other public community programs. A later phase of this project will be to develop and implement plans for such programming. The $155,000 that is being requested at this time is for the first stage in a phased approach to rehabilitating the barn for public use. The work will prevent further degradation as we move to the next stage of the project, which will be to perform a parking and accessibility assessment, for which we have $60,000 already appropriated in CPA funds. Without these requested funds, we are at risk of losing one of the few remaining historic barns in our town. The Wright Farm barn is on the Massachusetts Cultural Resources Inventory, and this request meets Community Preservation Act requirements for conservation, recreation, and historic preservation. I respectfully request that town meeting vote in favor of CPA funds in the amount of $155,000 for Wright Farm barn preservation. I'm happy to answer questions at this time. Thank you, Madam Moderator.